Hello Clicksters! Today I want to talk to you about fashion trends! Yay! For 2015. So as you know, I already did a video for fashion trends for 2014 and that video was done a year ago. So in this video I'm going to look back at the trends I mentioned previously and see if I got them right, if I got them wrong. So in my previous video, first thing I mentioned was monsters, and I felt that Jeremy Scott was going to, you know, take over in the fashion world. He is an emerging designer. That really didn't take off as much as I thought it would. I feel like the monsters trend was just a mini trend, like the other trend I mentioned, which was ankle zips. The second trend that I mentioned, which I thought would become big, is the sports slides, and that actually has become quite big, and it is still going, and it is still developing, and more trends have developed from that since. Now everybody's wearing these Birkenstocks. I really am not a fan of the Birkenstocks. I feel like they make your feet look huge. But then I believe the big shoe trend, which is currently happening and will be happening, is the white chunky heels. So we've all seen them. I would say this trend originally came from Jeffrey Campbell or Stella McCartney, and then it sort of developed from there. Now onto the new trends. I believe that festival fashion is changing dramatically. Over the past few years it's all been about, you know, the denim ripped shorts, the studded shorts, the fluoros. But now I think that it's developing, and I think that the young ones are sort of more getting into the rave style. And for all you people that don't know, sort of, if you're young, if you don't know what Ravewear is, you know, we wore the fat pants and the singlets and the girls wore the gaiters. Here's some pictures for examples. People are starting to wear costumes to festivals, and not so much festival wear, more matchy sort of costumes. Starting from now up until the end, which it's June 2014 now, up until, yeah, definitely the end of next year, I feel this trend in festival fashion is going to continue. And also arm candy, or rave candy, which is where you make the beads for your friends and then you give them out when you go to rave. This is what I mean by rave candy. We used to make these bracelets when I used to rave about 5 or 6 years ago, and then we would give them out when we went to raves. So that's what I mean by these. Look, I've got a necklace too. Oh, I hope it doesn't break. So that's super cool. But yeah, so, you know, if you're gonna make rave candy, make it. Don't buy it, because it's not cool if you buy it. I haven't been raving for a while, like in the proper electronic music rave scene. I've more been going to drum and bass raves, which is completely different subculture. And last year, you know, the festival style, it was all about the high-waisted shorts and the white crop top, and I think that that's sort of fading out now, and I think more people will be wearing the matching sets to festivals. And I think coinciding with that will be chokers, and I think the chokers are making a big comeback, and it's also part of the 90s resurgence as well. Everyone seems to be remembering the 90s. People are rebuying their tacky tattoo choker necklaces. Also fitting with the 90s resurgence trend is that grunge sort of look, and I believe that tribal prints will become big towards the end of this year in Australia, which will be spring and summer, and then into winter next year. I believe that tribal prints, tribal tattoo sort of shapes will become increasingly popular, and I believe that they'll become quite mainstream. They are very underground at the moment, and you can only find them here and there, bits and pieces here and there on certain websites, and sort of random tribal print patches on the arms, on the sleeves. Fitting in with that as well, I think patches will be big too. Stick-on patches, you know how you used to do that back in the day, again with the remembering your past and everything like that, when the patches were popular that you'd put on your jeans. We've already seen designers like Jeremy Scott do it. ATZ did a collection with patches on it this winter just gone. You might have seen maybe Rihanna wearing it, I don't know, I don't really follow her or celebrities, and I believe that that'll be an oncoming trend, especially in winter on jackets and things like that. As you know, if you watch my videos, you'll know that I like holographic, and I stick by it when I say the holographic trend will be continuing. I don't think that it will be as big as I first thought. I want it to be, but metallics are still big. Metallic printed garments with just a little bit of holographic here and there. We've seen Unif do a lot. I think the holographic trend will stay, sticking to accessories and shoes, because a lot of people wouldn't really know how to wear it and wouldn't really find it too wearable for every day, but it won't really emerge in the form of many garments to be able to choose from, unfortunately. Maybe I'll just have to make my own. And the last trend that I think will be coming into the end of this year and also next year is the boyfriend jacket. So the denim oversized jacket. Over the past few years now, boyfriend jeans have been trending a lot, and we've seen a lot more come out, a lot more styles. And then with the sports style, we've seen like jean type track pants come out. One Teaspoon have done them, and I actually bought myself a pair. They're called the Super Trackies. You should get onto them because they're like super awesome. This is a good trend because it is so versatile and it's so trans-seasonal that you can wear it all year round. And I think that there will be one of those trends that sticks and that's here to stay. For example, a trend that happened and is now here to stay is skinny jeans. You don't go to a shop now and not find skinny jeans. They're everywhere and they were a trend. So I believe the same will happen with the boyfriend jacket, just because it's denim and people love denim. You know, you can match denim with anything. And I don't think sports jackets will be going anywhere either, like the varsity jacket or the baseball jacket. I believe that they'll be here to stay because they sort of coincide with the sport trend that's happening, which is becoming more refined, and also that 90s trend and that sort of grunge look too. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gives you some inspiration about things to buy in the new year. You will be able to buy some of these trends or all of these trends on my website. Thumbs up this video if you like it. I can do more if you want. I can do one every 6 months. I could do one every 3 months. I could keep you up to date on what trends are happening currently and what ones I think have gone out, and maybe you could help me start the trends, because that's what I want to do with my boutique, is start the trends. So thanks for watching, Clicksters, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye!